Man, I love the Rolling Stones, you know, like ever since I was little, I listened to the Stones. My dad loved the Stones. Everyone loves the Stones.
Yeah, it's like we were saying, like when you think about it, you're like, oh, who's even skated to them? And then once you take a little deep dive, you're like, holy shit, fucking the Storm, fucking Filmbot files, like what the fuck?
Of heaven.
Damn, Mick, still sounds the same. Amazing. Wow. So many Stones songs have so much potential to edit to because they're like stories with like build-ups, different sections. Amazing for like good video parts.
If you ask me, the music is equally as important as the skate footage. The song you choose is so representative of who you are. And the Stones, like, the song is amazing, and all I gotta do is just put something that matches what he's saying. You know, it's like pretty easy.
Bless the Father, bless the Son, hear the sound of the drums as it echoes through the valley. Yeah, let no woman or child go hungry tonight.
This is the original Stone shirt I got at a thrift store, and I took it in on the sides. This is the one I'm wearing on the cover of Video Radio, that kind of circa Transworld video. It's in a 1989 American Tour shirt. I remember loving the Stones from such an early age. I didn't even know really the name of the band. I just heard the songs and saw the logo. I felt like that's what I wanted Zero to be. It was like rock and roll and, bold, iconic graphics. It was kind of taking bits from the 80s skate scene of like Powell Peralta, Santa Cruz vibe, mixed with classic rock from my early childhood and then some punk rock sprinklings. Those were all my inspirations. When I started making videos, that is where I was pulling from. The Invisible video was '93. I hadn't really directed a video yet. The philosophy there was pick a few songs you really like and then just put all your footage to it. And then try to not put tricks that are the same right next to each other. That was as simple as it was.
The girls were fine dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes.
But I was so into classic rock, and Zero was like so influenced by classic rock. I think when I was making the early Zero videos, it was the first time I'd kind of seen it to skating.
The way I guess it all comes together for me is like I got into Bob Dylan a bunch, and then that led me down the blues kind of angle, which I found a lot of like musicians of his era, like the Rolling Stones and whatnot, that were all basically like getting what I got out of skating from like those early blues musicians. I got into the Stones just because I got into like a certain artist, and like the way like I got into a skater was like, oh, like what, like why does Heath Kirchart skate this, or what's he doing now, like where did that come from, who's Jeremy Klein or whatever. It's kind of like all just branches all out together.
I really think the first entry point into music was from skateboard videos, because I mean I was just so into the culture, like I didn't have any window outside of it, so I was learning about music through Transworld videos, through 411's, Thrill of It All. That was probably when I really started skateboarding.
A super hard Stones part was Adrian Lopez. That Gimme Shelter, where it just starts with just the I think Jamie Thomas probably edited that shit. Like he just knew. He's like, ooh, I'm gonna play Adrian Lopez walk up under a bridge in slow-mo for a minute, hard as hell, black and white, and then boom. It set this tone for Zero. It was like, this is the vibe.
At that time, Adrian was coming into his own, and I really wanted a song that like matched his energy. And I just thought, this is it. This is amazing. It fits perfect. That was the first Zero video for us to try and show the world what Zero's was gonna look like. You know, and for him to have first part, I thought it was just such a perfect song. Really how all the songs that have been used in Zero videos have come about is me and the guys driving around, whether we're going to skate together or we're on a tour. But I just always liked that song, You Can't Always Get What You Want, because I feel like it's such a metaphor for life, and specifically our lives as skateboarders.
Yeah, that song, You Can't Always Get What You Want, is, I mean, of course, like it's the go-to slam section song. And it's the song in every skater's head when you drive home and you didn't land that trick and you got to go back the next day or the next week. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might get what you need.
I mean, Torey's made tons of ballad video parts, so it seems like he'd be a great one to use a Stone song in the sense of he's going to do it justice and he's going to put in the work to make it make sense.
Wow, you got my backswing, just my head. It was more than important to me to use the song, you know, it was more of like an honor, you know, like a blessing to be able to use the Rolling Stones. And the Rolling Stones is epic. You know, that was a part that I put my life into it, put my heart and soul into filming the Plan B True part. Just to sync that up with the Stones, that song alone, like, man, I couldn't be like any more blessed that worked out.
I saw her today at the reception. A glass of wine in her hand. I knew.
Jason Wakazawa used it in the Filmbot files, but he didn't use the whole song. So, you know, that was another thing of mine that I said, you know, it has been used, but it hasn't been used in this way, you know. I was so inspired by that part of Jason and the whole Filmbot video. And yeah, I kind of just like got stoked on that. I kind of just wanted to do it in my own way. You know, I wanted something that had a lot of power, but a lot of meaning at the same time. I think something that matters the most in a video part is your music choice.
You get what you need. I went there to the demonstration to get my fair share of abuse.
I mean, Torey's parts are always insane. They're like beyond my comprehension of what skating is. I remembered like, oh, fucking Justin Brock, like he skated Southern Comfort. That's one of the greatest fucking video parts ever.
Yeah, you got set shoes.
He probably just loved that song. And they're like, cool, like you got the footage to back it up, so go. And it's just like, as a young kid, first video part, an epic song, epic skating, it's so good. And that's like coming from like out of nowhere style, where it's like very impactful. And Torey's obviously an established name, and he's like pulling out the big guns, so you're gonna use like a big time video part song, you know. I'm a huge fan of their Exile on Main Street, Beggar's Banquet, like that type of like kind of stripped down, like bluesy acoustic stuff. It's funny because Cater skated to that one, and like that one I was like, dude, this song would be so great to skate to. Like that's such a great song, and they did a great job with him. Like it was epic. I don't know if he chose it or whose idea was that, but it was great. There was like a little bit of reflection in him being younger, you know, so that was like, that angle was really cool.
I think Andrew did a great job picking that Cater song that he skated to a Baker for, like that coming of age, growing into his own style song. That was beautiful. I think one of the main reasons that the Rolling Stones connects with so many different skate video parts is their range of types of songs. They have almost every type of song. No song really sounds the same from the Stones. It's easy for so many different people to pick one of those vibes to skate to, like a slow, sentimental vibe.
I am waiting, I am waiting. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I am waiting, I am waiting. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Or a hard, like fast, like Zero vibe. Or the blind part in Day One vs. Rodney.
Seen her dressed in blue.
It's like a happy vibe. Amazing range of vibes, which is perfect for skateboarding.
The ones that I used that I can remember was She's a Rainbow and Get Off My Cloud. And I just really like those songs. It's just me, I like them. So 20 Shot, that was '94, and it was my first full-length video, of course with the help of everyone that was there, Kareem, Rodney, Day One. I just thought that it swings a certain way that adds to the way he lands things. Like right there, like when you'll see him, especially something like a gap. That's how he would like compress his legs. He would just go. See right there, see how he landed that? He just went.
The Stones have that rare respect where they are like, obviously on the radio station that your mom and dad listen to, you're gonna hear the Stones, but skateboarders will still edit to their music. So many of their songs are like skater feelings. Can't Get No Satisfaction, that's like, I think that all the time when I'm filming and they land it sketchy, again. Like they want that bolts, hands down, proper landing sometimes, and I always think that I can't get no satisfaction. It's like, nope, I gotta land this shit bolts.
Personally, what I like about the Stones, as big as they are, they still seem like the underdogs. That is, to me, kind of like what we were when we first started skating. Kind of rebellious. I mean, we're skating stuff we're not supposed to be skating, right? It seemed like the Stones had that vibe.
I'm sure there's been kids that have never heard the Rolling Stones before, and now they're huge Stone fans. You know, it's pretty amazing just how a skate video part can inspire music that's been around for so long.
The Rolling Stones have proven to be like the longest lasting rock stars till this day. Their 2 new songs I just heard still sound as good as they ever did.
I don't know, maybe it was something they just like wanted to rock. Like maybe it was like something as natural as like, hey, let's get the boys back together and just get in there and just rock out.
It's motivation for skating too, the longevity of the Stones. It's like if Mick Jagger's doing it on stage, we could probably skate almost forever too.
Skateboard videos are greater because the Stones were there. And I feel like the music they made, it's really inspired and impacted my life. And so I just appreciate the role that they've played, not only in rock and roll, but also in skateboarding.